Yu-Hsuan from Austria. The defending champions determined to keep the title. The hills are alive with the sound of celebration.
China B in total control.
China B producing their A game. Wang through with a bang.
Chinese Taipei are in total control. That's gonna go. It's the kind of magic. An absolutely sublime performance, as good as you'll ever see.
China A carrying on in a winning vein. Well, their first break makes quite a loud statement. Wu and Lu high in Shanghai.
Welcome to Shanghai and the 2018 World Cup of Pool. From a starting field of 32, just 4 teams remain, battling it out for the biggest prize in Team 9-ball. If the quarterfinals are any indication of what's to come, a feast of pool awaits us.
Austria flying high, the defending champions determined to keep the title. Alban Yu-Hsuan has mixed emotions, a small smile on the face.
A win is a win, and they are going to be through to the semi-finals.
Yes, they've trebled up on the Dutch in the end. The balls are still finding the targets, and China B, what a scoreline despite 3 dry breaks. They lead the mighty Filipinos 5-1. The noise from the crowd increasing in decibels as they realise a major upset could be on. Wang through with a bang. Kong crowned King Kong. The Filipinos, what a defeat for them. This would not be inappropriate for the final of the World Cup of Pool.
Wow. See, table looks kind of empty.
Wouldn't this have been a great final?
Oh, look at that. Fantastic. It's just awesome to watch.
Chinese Taipei will be involved in the semi-finals for the 7th time. China A could not have mailed in for a better start than they've made. Playing some beautiful pool. You get the feeling the final quarter-final could be the closest.
What a beast. What a shot. What a shot, given the circumstances.
But in the end, it was a Shanghai special. China A go through by the narrowest possible margin.
So far, the tournament has largely gone to form, with the top 3 seeds all in the semi-finals. The only side from outside the top 4 to make it this far are China B, and they take on the defending champions Austria in our second match. But coming up now, it's China A taking on the 2015 winners, Chinese Taipei. It's Scotch doubles with the winner breaking. There's a 30-second shot clock with 1 extension per rack. It's a race to 9. Commentary from Ted Lerner and Phil Yates.
Lu Haitao looks as though he's won it for China A. Not the best of lags, that, for Chinese Taipei, who in their quarter-final actually against the USA were absolutely millimetre perfect. I thought Chang Jung-Lin for Chinese Taipei yesterday played very efficiently, but Cheng was inspirational.
Well, if you like the thinking man's game and very creative intellectual pool, you're going to like Cheng. He is very creative out here.
As for China A, well, in their semi-final, Liu was demonstrably the weaker player, and there he's broken dry.
Not only broken dry, but left a shot on the 1. This is Kevin Chang here, winner of the 2015 U.S. Open. Everything was just so great yesterday when they made that comeback from 5-1 down. Great position play. The safeties were off the charts. The potting. They had a good pace. They don't play that fast. They control the table. And they just put the Americans in that chair. Made them sit there and watch.
The pink 4 ball will easily go past the 9. And I think if this is potted and position is obtained on the 5, Chinese Taipei will be off to the kind of start that duplicated their finish against the Americans.
Extension call.
Each team gets 1 30-second extension per rack. And Chinese Taipei calls that extension now.
The key there was avoiding the brown 7 ball. They could have done with a tad more pace on the white, but really for Kevin Cheng, this is meat and drink, this 5 ball. Oh, he's playing left-handed, or at least thinking about it.
Yeah, it's hard to reach, but we've seen him shoot left-handed earlier in the week, and he's pretty proficient at it. This is a big cut, though, to hit left-handed.
Now, does that tell us he likes playing left-handed, or he doesn't like the bridge? Because in snooker, when players sometimes revert to playing left-handed, it's because they want to avoid the rest at all costs.
Oh, nicely done. So there was a lack of position on that green 6 for the one corner pocket, so Chang just banks it in the other. This is looking like a good start for Chinese Taipei. Pick up right where they left off. We have seen teams that romp in the earlier stages and look unbeatable to come out in an entirely new day and fall flat. It happened to China A last year in London. Jiaqing, who's sitting down right now watching this, was playing with Dang Jinghu, and they also were looking unbeatable, and we were singing their praises. And then in the semifinals, they got thumped.
The break there from China A was fully exploited by Chinese Taipei, who look in really good shape, don't they?
In the second, Chinese Taipei increased their advantage, coming through a safety battle to run out the rack.
No problem whatsoever. Chinese Taipei are so classy.
Their series of errors by Chinese Taipei in rack 3 handed China A their first point. The 2-ball proved the problem for Chinese Taipei in the next rack, allowing China A to square the tie.
The Chinese 18 back on level terms.
It's going to be really nice. They are really going to like that. 2 balls down and a shot on the 2.
Clearly not happy with something.
Well, the clock. Looks like the clock is winding down because after the break shot, yeah, there they go. Should be reset to 30. They have to bring it back for that red 3. Goes into the bottom left pocket on your screen.
Well, lots of discussion on this shot, and always remember that clock is ticking. And even if they weren't rushed there, I think they felt rushed. Extension taken, so quickness of thought required. Conviction. The 3-9 combination, it looks like. Oh, just about. Well done indeed. 3-9 combination for China A. They lead 3-2.
Welcome back to the opening semi-final from the World Cup of Pool, where China A have come from 2 racks down to lead 3-2 against Chinese Taipei. In the 6th, China A left the 2-ball in a tough position, but after an excellent shot by Cheng, Chinese Taipei levelled the match.
The composure of Cheng to pop the 2-ball at almost dead weight. That was brilliant.
This is the 7th. Phil Yates picks up the action.
It was strange this, just watch the 1-ball right at the death. Looks going to be on and then just flips over slightly. And that fraction could make a big difference.
Let's see what he can come up with now. He's got to manufacture position on the blue 2, which is down at the other side of the table there.
Just coaxed it in with right-hand side. And that helped position as well.
He just knows how to hit the ball at just the right speed for that particular shot. He's very meticulous in his shot making and his safety play. That was well done.
One thing you have to say about this crowd here at the Luan Arena, of course they want their own teams to win, quite understandably and entirely naturally. But they've been very, very fair indeed. Applause when it's due, even to the opposing teams. I think in Shanghai, this place is most famous for hosting big volleyball. The Shanghai team who have won the national championship on many, many occasions are based here. The Luan Arena also hosts ballroom dancing, and there was a little jig there from Kevin Cheng as he saw the cue ball going towards the pocket.
Well, you can still see the 6. There's a chance if that had just turned a little more, it would be inside the jaws of the pocket and he wouldn't be able to get this. Look at that. What a shot with follow. Send it off the rail and into perfect position for Chang on the brown 7.
Now, he might have missed a pot, Kevin Cheng, over the course of the last couple of matches. But if he has, I can't recall it.
Must be a speck of dust on the table there. You can see our referee cleaning it off. Jung-Lin takes it down. 2 in a row for Chinese Taipei.
Their run was brought to an end when they scratched in the 8th rack, allowing China A to run out the table. Rack 9 saw a poorly executed safety from China's Wu, clinically punished by Chinese Taipei.
It is a tight one.
We rejoin the match for Rack 10.
A dry break, but no shot open to a pocket on the 1.
For all the good stuff we've seen so far, we've not had one break where the ball's split perfectly. A ball is potted, the 1's on, and away they go. That, though, was the first dry break since the opening rack.
Yet another errant safety. This one from Liu.
Well, the inability of Wu in the previous rack to get the snooker was a shocker. So was that.
Extension call.
Wu explaining what he should have done. Too late now.
Sure is. So we've had 2 from Wu on the left and another errant safety there from Liu. Again, that will add to that statistic.
And of course, sitting pretty there is the possibility of a very simple 4-9 combination. if the 2 and the 3 go in and position is obtained. Angle needed on the 3 ball, that's why they stunned it. So now round off 3 cushions.
You would count on this man, Kevin Cheng, to get this into position for the 4-9.
Just slightly too far to make it straight in. But Chang should make this. Taking nothing for granted though, the hallmark of a great player. Never in doubt, the scratch again, proving to be a killer blow.
Welcome back to Shanghai for the World Cup of Pool, where Chinese Taipei now lead China A 6-4 in the opening semi-final match. Let's rejoin our commentary team of Phil Yates and Ted Lerner.
Another dry break. And a shot on the 1. Generally, the 2 wing balls, the 2 balls that protrude out from the rack on the side, track towards the corner pocket. The 1 always tracks towards the middle pocket. Most of the players prefer not to make the 1 and bring it down table to where you see it right now. So if one of those wing balls had gone in, that would have been an ideal break for Chinese Taipei.
Well, getting on the 3 ball from the 2, pretty much impossible, but they do have the safety net of the 3-5 combination.
Very close. He very nearly missed that one.
Lots of pocket used.
And it went in because he played it at the right speed.
Intention call.
If he had played that faster, it may not have gone. Wu taking an extra look at this. This is so vital now. They're down by 2 in a race to 9. Well done.
Pressurised run out because of the scoreboard.
This wasn't the easiest of runouts here after the dry break, so they had to do some work. It's good to keep the arm working and to get some good table time. This will be a bit of a confidence booster for China A. Big difference between 6-5 and 7-4 in such a short race. Race to 9 with winner breaks in the semifinal of the World Cup of Pool. There it is, 6-5 now, and China A will be breaking, trying to tie it yet again. Terrific break shot from Wu. 2 balls down, the 1 and the 4. Haitao now will be shooting at that blue 2.
He would love the cue ball to be an inch up the table so he could cue it a little easier, as it is right under the cushion. Tough pot in itself, and then of course factor in the position also. Horrible cueing.
Actually benefited a bit from having that ball, his hand in the pocket there. He was able to get a little more action on that cue ball. Position here now on the red 3.
Expansion call.
Should be noted that when they asked the referee to clean the ball, you see there, he's putting a marker. The clock does not stop. You cannot use that cleaning of the ball as a way to stop the clock. It continues to run.
Cue ball just rubbing past the brown 7. A thinner clip, or a thicker clip I should say, might have caused it to go unpotable. No problems. China A just keep bouncing back, do they not? Really stubborn.
Well, when this 9 goes, this will be the 4th tie of the match.
Ted's right, it is thrust and counter thrust. 2-2, 3-3, 4-4, and now 6-6.
This terrific break shot there. 3 ball down, 8 ball down. Shot on the 1 with an angle to bring it back out.
Unusual to see the 1 in the cue ball down this end of the table like this, but I'll tell you what, China A will gladly accept.
Tension call.
When you get tables like this, you absolutely must convert. We already have pointed out the problems that China has had with leaving safeties open. 4 times they've had errant safety shots in this match. So now they have an open table. No excuses here. That was a good touch there from Liu. He's satisfied with it. You see him nod his head.
Despite the close proximity of 5 to 9, the 5 will be potted as normal. Just round the back of it.
Counted. Oh. Now, can he hit the 6? There is that knuckle, the point there.
As the cue ball was going across the table there, I was convinced he was going to scratch. Look at this. From here, you think it's a certainty. Just about stays on the surface.
Problem for Wu.
Liu, when he potted the 6 ball, actually struck it a little too well for his own good. That's why he was so nearly the culprit.
Two break and runouts here late in the match. That's usually a recipe for success.
For the second time in the match, China A win 3 consecutive racks. They lead 7-6.
Welcome back to the opening semi-final from the 2018 World Cup of Pool, where China A have moved into a 7-6 lead against Chinese Taipei in the race to 9. Ted Lerner and Phil Yates take us through the closing stages.
Well, the 2 is on, and I think the 3 will pot to this top left-hand pocket. Just to underline how well China A have done already, they've won as many racks in this match as the opposition have won against Chinese Taipei in Chinese Taipei's previous 3 matches.
This is the big shot here. He missed it. What a game.
Well, when he struck that, I thought he'd missed it by a mile, and in the end, it almost went in, which would have been a miracle. Had that gone in, it would have been outrageous.
So Chinese Taipei had to sit for some 10 minutes watching China come back from behind to take the lead.
So tense out there, so much at stake.
It was nicely done to thread the needle there between the 8 and the 9.
Tension call.
Bear in mind, he didn't miss a pot against the USA. He's not missed a pot in this match. You keep expecting Kevin Cheng to fall victim to the law of averages, but he's so reliable.
Well, he's such an above-average player, that's for sure. He's as good as we've seen in some time. He did have a scratch earlier, but that was a very difficult shot. Give you an idea of how hotly contested this match is. This will be the 5th tie of the contest. This 9-ball makes it 7 apiece. So now Chinese Taipei grabs the initiative. Five ball down, 8 ball, the 1, the 2, so 4 balls down, and not sure what they can do with that 3 ball, but look at this break shot. Phil, wow.
Oh, the 2 going in, had that caught the bump of the middle pocket and stayed on the table, it would have been thank you very much. When don't you want a ball going in? Right there, the 2. Over the course of the tournament, funnily enough, we've seen quite a few racks, maybe 3 or 4, where
Tension call.
a team has potted 4 balls and not won it.
Well, yeah, when you don't get a shot, now there's less balls to use as blockers and to hide behind, so maybe you just go for distance. Or you try to pot it.
Had the cue ball had the opposite side, he would have achieved the snooker behind the 7. As it was, it's in open play.
Well, you want the satisfaction of winning by going through the front door, not the back door. No shame in that. But this one is open.
Doesn't want a full ball kiss on the 6. Has it turned over enough? I don't think so, you know.
No, not from that angle, it hasn't.
Maybe he can just squeeze through with the side.
Maybe. Just barely. So lucky for China A.
Riding their luck in this rack. Firstly, the bad luck for Chinese Taipei on the break, and then so nearly the positional malfunction.
Many times, Phil, do we talk about how it's a game of millimeters or half a millimeters? Right there is a perfect example. Razor thin margin there. The ball just turns a little bit more. They have to play safe. Now they are shooting this 9 ball to go on the hill, 1 away from a spot in the final.
It's there. Lu Haitao pots the 9 ball in rack number 15.
Couple balls down. And a shot on the 2. That's the first ball. Nice spread of the balls. Phil, looking very good for China A.
Well, I think it's fair to say that in terms of balls potted and balls left and position obtained, that's the best, most effective break of the entire match. Chinese Taipei must be fearing the worst.
Average number of balls on the break, 1.7 for China. Only 1.1 for Chinese Taipei. Oh, just barely got by the 4. But interesting, in that last break shot at 7-7 for Chinese Taipei, as you mentioned, 4 balls went down. That actually wasn't a good thing for them.
All about nerve now, believing in your technique and your heart. And I think one thing that will stand them in good stead here, China A, they've been masters of brinkmanship. Remember, they beat Estonia 7-6 from 6-5 down. They beat Spain in a decider in the quarterfinals 9-8. Are China A going to come through with a narrow victory again?
It's certainly looking like it's going to be exactly that. Another nail biter for China A. Perhaps it's destiny.
But please spare a thought, especially for Kevin Cheng, who's missed 1 ball in 2 matches, and that a very difficult one across the top cushion. Mind you, the cue ball's travelled a little more than China A would have wanted here, not on the correct side of the 7. Are we going to see a late twist? Playing this with bundles aside. Well done. Very well done. What a performance from the top team of the host nation. Commiserations to Chinese Taipei. Congratulations to China A. They win 9-7, and the dream of an all-Chinese final here in Shanghai is still very much alive.
Will it be an all-China final, or can Austria stay on course to defend the title they won 12 months ago? We'll find out next time as the World Cup of Pool continues for the Luwan Arena in Shanghai.